Hey everyone, welcome back to Clipboard Cars. Today we're going to talk about the all-new 2025 Ford Maverick. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 interesting exterior features as well as 5 interesting interior features. We'll show you the full wide open view of the vehicle and then we'll take it for a drive. The first detail we're going to talk about on the exterior are the new redesigned headlights for the Ford Maverick. They have their new LED daytime projection lights and they just look way more aggressive than they did before. Alright, now on the exterior of the Lariat, you have standard 19-inch machine-faced wheels that just really elevate the whole style of this vehicle. Body colored and black appearance package elements can be had with the Lariat trim level, which means you can have blacked out door handles, blacked out roof, mirrors, badges, grille accents, and different trim components. The fourth exterior feature we're going to talk about is probably the most obvious one, and that would be the bed. This is Ford's flex bed. You've got a 110 AC outlet, and then you have two 12-volt DCs right here in the bed. Then you have a storage compartment here, and then you have locking tie-down points along the sides of the bed. Lots of great cargo space here. I highly recommend a Maverick if you need a good fuel-efficient vehicle that can haul a lot of gear. The fifth and final exterior detail we're going to talk about is the fact that it has a power rear sliding window. Just like that. The first interior feature we're going to talk about is the 13.2-inch display here. This has the Sync 4 system. It runs Android Auto and Apple CarPlay very quickly, very seamlessly. Much bigger screen than the prior generation Maverick because last time it had a little cubby here that no one could really make any sense out of. And this is just a lot cleaner look all in general. The second interior option that we're going to talk about is the optional B&O sound system. This sound system is really needed if you actually like having a good sound system in your vehicle. The base model sound system that comes in the Mavericks is pure junk, but if you upgrade to the B&O, you will be a pretty happy camper. In the front of the Maverick, you have 8-way adjustable seats with the Maverick logo embossed into the leather. This is a 2-tone setup for the Lariat package, and it's really a premium look, premium feel in here. The fourth interior feature we're going to talk about is the fact that this Maverick has wireless charging. That comes in handy a lot more often than you would think. You just can get in the vehicle, toss the phone, and it's already charging. You don't have to think about anything. The last feature we're going to talk about is what Ford calls their acoustic laminated windows, and this helps isolate the road noise so it's a lot quieter inside the vehicle as you're driving. All right, so we are driving the 2025 Ford Maverick Lariat. Now the Ford Maverick comes in several different trim levels. The first one being the XL, second being the XLT, and then there's the new one for this year, which is called the Lobo, where they have it lowered just a little bit. And then there's the Lariat, which is this one, and then the overall top trim level is the Tremor, which is their off-road package Maverick. Now price ranges start from anywhere from $27,900 and can get you all the way up to $40,200. Now the Maverick comes in 2 different engine specs. The one that we have here in this Maverick has the 2-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost, and this engine is the most powerful version, but it's also the least economical, kind of goes hand in hand. The horsepower rating that this engine has is 250 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque. That's a pretty good number for a small little truck like this. And then this also has the 8-speed transmission and comes mandatory with all-wheel drive, not standard. mandatory. So the second engine that you can choose from, which is the entry-level engine, is actually a hybrid. So it's a 2.5 liter hybrid engine, and it has 191 horsepower and roughly 155 foot-pounds of torque. That's a substantial jump in power from this to the 2 liter, but it does come at a cost, like I said, with fuel economy. So this engine, the 2 liter, gets about 22 miles per gallon city and 30 miles per gallon highway, making it a combined 25 miles per gallon out the door. That's okay. I mean, this is a fairly large vehicle, but I would expect a little bit better fuel economy out of that. But then again, this is shaped like a box, so we'll let that slide. But when it comes to the hybrid, even though you have a lot less power, you get a lot more efficiency, and the fuel economy numbers for that are actually really good. So in the city, you're actually looking at 40 miles per gallon, which is nearly double. And then on top of that, for the highway, it goes back down. Again, this is a hybrid, so on the highway, you're gonna get 34 miles per gallon, but combined city and highway, we're looking at about 37 miles per gallon. Now, as tested, the MSRP of the Lariat that we're driving right now is roughly $37,000. This is a well-appointed truck that, honestly, it looks really nice on the inside. We have a two-tone interior. The dash has all sorts of different textures and shapes and all that stuff. It's really fun to just sit in here and just kind of look around. The doors have really unique designs to them. They have lots of cargo areas for large bottles or whatever trash or wrappers that you get from fast food places. Overall, this is a really cool place to be. When they redesigned the center console, they made a full 13.2-inch display. They got rid of that little side cubby that was built into the screen, and no one to this date understands why that was ever there. They got rid of it, and then they actually repositioned things, and now they have a lot of storage behind the screen, which helps for sunglasses and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to connectivity to the vehicle, you have the wireless charging pad, which is a little on the small side, so if you have a big phone with like those big OtterBox cases, it might struggle to fit on there. You have USB-C and regular USB plugs to connect to the vehicle, and then in the back you also have more USB-C and USB outlets as well. Now, one of the things a lot of people like to take into consideration when they're buying a brand new vehicle is the warranty. So this has a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. So that means everything going on with this vehicle, if it breaks, you're covered. And then when it comes to the powertrain, you have a 5-year, 60,000 mile warranty. And then when it comes to things like the hybrid powertrain, is like the battery and the electric motors, you actually have a 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty, which that's really impressive for Ford to back that up. So as we're driving along, it is actually quite noticeable how quiet it is inside, thanks to Ford's laminated glass. So when it comes to rear seat space, I have the seat adjusted decently for me right now in the front. When I hopped in the back seat, I'm 6'3". I actually fit. My knees did touch the back of the seat, but overall my headroom, I still had like 3 or 4 inches from, actually, wow, up here I have a lot more than that. As far as fitting people in the back, shouldn't have any issues. I want to say a special thank you to Aikens Ford, who supplied us with this Ford Maverick Lariat. This truck has been great to drive. It's a very comfortable ride. The customer service team at Aikens is awesome to deal with. If you're ever looking to buy a new Ford in the future, definitely hit those guys up. They ship all over the place. They have customers all over the world, and everyone raves about their customer service. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a few things about the new Ford Maverick. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below. What do you think is a better vehicle than the Ford Maverick when it comes to the small pickup truck space?